Alrighty, well, it looks like things are working. Good morning. Hi, Zeus. I know you're the only one here. If you're even here. Anyway, good morning. Let's see. It's Sunday, and we're going to play some more Lotro this morning, and I don't know, that's about it. So, let's see, where are we? We are in King's Gondor, and where did we leave off? I was playing a little bit yesterday and got a bunch of things done, kind of working my way up through Tarling's Crown, up into this area here, and have a few things here. So, still working through, what is, what? Meow! Oh my god. You ever have a needy cat? We have these new kittens, and good lord, she's needy. She wants your attention, man. She cries for it. So, alright, what do we have here? So, the dead and the living, we gotta talk to Egnir. That's this guy here, so we'll talk to him in a second. The veil left behind, back in Morlad. After learning that King Elisar will not visit the Blackroot Vale, many of his people believe they have been cast aside and forgotten, left only to mourn those they lost in the war. I guess we got to run back and go turn that one in, but let's do this and see where this leads first.
Weedor is a wise man, but grief does not make a
problem
good
that I have
bedfellow of wisdom.
going on is
That is the very reason why I left. When my grief turned to anger,
my game
I found my own
audio
hand destroying something dear to me.
will not play
Something
through.
irreplaceable. I stopped myself before it was too
Microphone
late,
setup
but
this
even
morning,
so,
and when I try to
could
do it the
not
way that I
shake
think
the
it should
anger
be
in
done,
my heart.
Lotro crashes. So it's a driver issue or something along those lines. But if I go in here and options and we look at audio, so for sound playback, so we have all this. It's not the voice stuff. It's just this, right? Sound playback. And it's set up to play through my PC's speakers. If I try to set it up to play through the microphone, the headphones set up on the microphone, the Lotro will crash. And it's happened several times already, so it wasn't just like an errant thing. So anyway, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. I guess I'm not gonna have a lot of good headphone audio today, but we'll go from there. So what is this? The dead and the living. Egnir does not turn to face you, and his gaze remains fixed on the ruthless dead along the road ahead. You tell Egnir that you were sent by Uidor to ask him to return to Morlad, and you mention that Uidor seems worried about him. Uidor is a wise man, but grief does not make a good bedfellow of wisdom. That is the very reason why I left. When my grief turned to anger, I found my own hand destroying something dear to me, something irreplaceable. I stopped myself before it was too late, but even so, I could not shake the anger in my heart. In my journey back from the war, I learned that not all of the dead heeded the summons of King Elisar, and that those wretched spirits still haunted the Vale. And so I turned my anger upon them, hoping beyond hope that I would find some reprieve from my grief. Alas, I have not. I have vanquished dozens of these ruthless dead, but always they returned, and I feel no better for it, and now my anger has all but burned out. It is curious, though, each time I slay one of them, they leave behind a pile of glimmering dust. Is it their essence? It always seems to fade away to naught after a time, and then there they are again, reborn into the restless death. Have you ever seen such a thing? If you would gather some of it, I can show you. Pile of glimmering dust. Alright, let's see here. We do need to head back down to Morlad, though. There's a quest to turn in there, but let's see what this... Oh, how many... What? Oh, there's like 12 of those. Alright, let's do this. We'll go back down to Morlad first, and then we'll head up this trail, because I know this is going to take us up into this next area. So we'll take care of this first and then see how we make out. Anyway, good morning. Don't like that I can't hear the game very well. I gotta say, I always like the landscaping in this area. They did a really cool job. You got real. I don't know. Can you get to the top of that? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think I ever tried. I think the highest we got was where? Over there at the Stone of Eric. Alright, Morlad.
At last you return, my friend.
At last you return.
What had the folk of Alagrant, Tinglebell, Sardal, and Lungcraft to say of King Elisar's gratitude?
There was a lot more voiceover.
I hope
in this
they were a
newer
more
content.
welcoming sort than you encountered here in Morlad.
A lot more voices going on. It's so much stuff. Let's see here. What had the folk of Alagrant, Tinglebell, Sardal, and Lungcraft to say of King Elisar's gratitude? I hope they were more welcoming sort than you encountered here in Morlad. You tell Mouthalim that the inhabitants of the Blackroot Vale were largely accepting of King Elisar's gratitude, but that the people of Lungcraft, in particular, have taken issue with choices of King Elisar. I see. I commend you for taking on such a task, my friend. It is a difficult thing to stand before people and speak on behalf of another, knowing that words alone will not satisfy them. Always there are questions you cannot answer, fears you wish you could comfort, and promises that you cannot make, knowing that you may not fulfill them. As steward of the Vale, I am no stranger to being put in such a position, but for one to speak with the voice of the king carries even greater expectations. I do not envy you. It shall be some time before Lord Dwinhere is able to return to his duties. In the meantime, I shall try my best to serve in his stead. Alright, so that ends that up. Oh, Quest of the Blackroot Vale is done. Cool. I think later I do need to try and do some festival items. I'll have to see if we can get those, get a few more of those done. I think I had, what do we have left? There was one, I'm trying to get the Lucky Day at the races done. I keep trying to win with Signar or Otto, and I can't do it. I don't know. They're slow. They drink too much beer, and it just doesn't work. The rest of the stuff is just like egg scramble stuff, and I want to try to get, let's see, egg scramble victories done. I think there's a meta deed for that. There for something. Let's see, where is it? 10 years? No. The Taming Shrews? No. Taming of the Shrews. Which one is that? Okay, that's the one that's the one for the elves. That's not the new one that they just came out with. I'm not seeing it. I know that there's one overarching deed, but I'm not seeing it at the moment, so we'll have to find that later. But I do know I need to do Lucky Day at the races and try to finish that one up, so we'll try and get there. Title, yes, Aid to the Blackroot Vale. How nice. All right, so let's head back up. We'll go back up the trail. Go work our way up through whatever this is. I don't know what that's called. Hi. What's up? Who's being a pain in the butt?
Well, let's see. There's poop under my desk.
Oh man.
And somebody else decided, hey, if she can do it under the desk, then I can too. So there's some under the window.
You need me to come take care of it? All right. Yes, we've had cat issues. See, now what's this one over here? Travel to Melagobas and Amphalas. Dead and living. So, wait, what's... Oh, I guess they're... Oh, maybe that's around the Stone of Eric. So I guess if there's some of those are over there. Well, we'll ride up the trail here and see what we can find. See if we can get them all. What do we need? 12? Hopefully this will take us along our way for the... What is this? The Song of Waves and Wind. The Dead That Linger. Alright, we need some of those too, so let's take care of that. Not seeing any more of those dust piles, though. Oh, I keep forgetting them. That's fine. So there were some on the ground. We killed some. Oh, this is the way to the basket. Still need a few more. Here's another problem I keep having, and I'm not quite sure why it is doing this. But, like, I have floaty names turned on, but I'm constantly seeing, like, the floaty names disappear from view. And then if I turn them off and back on again,
I try and I try to make sense of this world.
Egnier takes the dust from you and
But how
casts it
can I
into
do
the
that?
wind. It appears to
Look
vanish
at these
before it ever
turncoats
touches
and
the
murderers.
ground. It
They
seems that
persist
no matter how much of the
evermore,
dust I
flitting through the world
collect,
of the living.
they still remain.
We are made to think they
How can
suffer
you
some
take so
terrible
much of
curse.
someone and expect nothing
When
to be
good
left?
men,
How
good
queer
man
to think that
perishes,
I might envy
no
such
matter
a
how
fate.
valiant his deeds or how pure his
Try
love.
and make sense of this
He's
world, but
simply
how can I
dead.
do that?
There is
Look at
nothing
these
that can be
turncoats
done
and
for it.
murderers. They persist
If
evermore,
only
flitting
Delphi
through the
had
world of
broken
the
an
living.
oath.
And we are made to think that they suffer some terrible curse. But when good men, a good man, perishes, no matter how valiant his deeds or how pure his love, it is simply dead, and there is nothing that can be done for it. Oh, if only Daraphin had broken an oath. You notice Egnier has begun to weep, and his once stern countenance has broken. You comfort him the best you can. He begins to sob, and after a time he steadies himself and turns to face you. I mourn the life I had wished to live, my friend. Daraphin had not even told Lord Duinhir of us before the war took him. And so, who now am I to the Lord? One of 500,000 bowmen, but perhaps the only one who truly knows his loss, and maybe that is enough. You need not ask again. I'll return to Morlad. Travel to the town of Melgobas in Amphalas, so that's where we need to go next. So all of our stuff here seems to be done in this area. So where do we gotta go to get to where we're going? Oh, to there. Wow. Okay. Is that where we're heading? I suppose. We could probably, let's see, where do I have Melgobas? I don't think I have. Have I even been to there before? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't think I have any travel skills over there. Lawn Fleet, Torn. Oh, Lon Curion. Yes, we have been over there. Interesting. So I might be able to get over that way a little bit faster. Yeah, Lon Curion. We could probably do that and then maybe just horse over to Melgobas. That looks like a good way to do it. Let's try that. "17 minutes late? Yeah, that's okay, man. It's not like you're missing much. I'm just complaining about my audio problems, that's all. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is interesting. So we have a port here.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
The stable? Oh, look,
Days of peace
lagging.
have come at last to Gondor.
I went back to one of my older mics, though, so I don't have the headset mic on today, so hopefully it sounds better. The butter voice has returned. All right, let's see here. So we need to go... Where do we need to go? Can I not even... Oh, Melgobas. So I can't even swift travel over there. I don't... For some reason, I guess all of these stables got reset or something. So we're here. We need to be over there. So let's... What's this? That's Barad Fan. So we'll tag those stables along the way, and then we'll go hit that, the town of Melgobas. Nope, we're going the wrong way. Gotta go this way. Getting buffering and network issues. Well, yeah, surprise is there, right? Yeah, actually, holy shit, drop frames? What the hell? Yeah, I'm getting some frame drops, or at least I was for a short period there. It seems to have stopped now. I blame you. You showed up and things went to hell. let me reset the timer or the counter there, and then I'll keep an eye on it. See if it gets any worse. All right, let's go out this way. So, you know, this whole area of Anfilas, obviously I've been here because I have a port to here, but I don't know exactly why. I don't know how I got it. It was clearly one of the port, like something I got, you know, like, so return to Dol Amroth King. I might have just grabbed it because I'm like, oh, okay, I've got enough tokens to be able to buy the return skill from wherever I got these, right? So, because there's Pelargir. Excuse me, little lady. Hey, that doesn't go in there. That does not go in there. We have cat problems today. All right, we're not dropping any frames anymore, so that looks good. Yeah, so the one kitten she just absolutely adores. You know, you take like those little Velcro cable ties, you know, that you wrap around, and then the Velcro just kind of keep all that together, right? So, like, we just put one in a little ring. Hey, Malin, good morning. We just put it in like a little ring, and then she will carry that all over the place, and she will bring it to you. She will fetch it. She will do all the things. It's really cute, actually. Kitten? Yes. Kitty? Yes. One of the two kitties. So, yeah, so I'm going to have to work on whatever this audio problem is with Lotro. And this microphone, I like this. This is actually like my first good microphone. This is my original Blue Yeti Pro. Because I went back and I listened to the audio from you know, I listened to the stream from last week, and I was like, yeah, I sound like I'm in an airplane. Which, when I was doing, you know, airplane streams, yes, I'll grab that when I come back this way another time. When I was doing, you know, flight sim streams and stuff, it's like, okay, well, that's cool. It's cool to sound like an airplane pilot on a mic and all that, you know, or something. I don't know. Maybe people thought it was a pain in the ass. I don't know. But I didn't like how it sounded, so I pulled this out. Now, I seem to remember it had some kind of an issue. I thought it had like a loose USB connector or, you know, something along, which is part of the reason why I think I stopped using it originally as a USB mic. And of course, you know, then it's like, oh, as we become more successful as a streamer, we have to, like, you know, improve things or something. At least in my mind, that was, you know, what we do. And you know, so it was like, all right, well, let's you know, this microphone can be either a USB mic, or it can be I don't know, what's that 5-pin connector thing? I forget. But anyway, you know, you go get like a, you know, an audio adapter or whatever for the PC for that, and plug that in, and, you know, and then it just sort of snowballs from there. All right, there should be a stable here. We're just going to tag this stable. There it is. And continue on to...
we will do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
Because we still can't swift travel there, and that's where we need to go. Hi, kitty. Hi. Where's Velcro? Velcro's over there. Go get Velcro. She's yelling at me because I won't pick up Velcro and, like, throw it for her or something, I guess. Why, if it isn't the flyer of the Shire variety? Yes, it is. Hey, good morning. Hi, how are you? I was almost going to come bug you yesterday and, like, come do VFR flights in your area while you were on, but I decided against it. I'm not sure why. Oh, I know why. Because I couldn't get my... I was actually... Well, I was going to do VFR flights, and I was like, nah, it's okay. I want to go fly... I wanted to go fly the E-Jet. I was like, I haven't flown my E-Jets in a while. I know they made a bunch of updates to that. And supposedly it's supposed to work in 2024 also. So I tried to load it up in 2024, and the FMCs weren't working. They weren't lighting up, so I wasn't sure what was wrong there. So I'm like, all right, well, let me go try it in 2020. So I loaded up 2020, and then I tried to do it in there, and there was other problems with it in there, and I'm like, you know what, bag it. And I think by that time you were gone, so it's all good. Yeah, so the funny thing is, like, I have never filed a flight plan to fly in VATSIM. Never done a flight plan for VATSIM. So I kind of need somebody to walk me through that at some point. So maybe I'll have to get together and have a little session to do that, because I have no idea what I'm doing there. Yeah, I saw that later. Yeah, that you were actually doing work. All right, here's our stable. So let's tag this. So this is going to be our new vigilance lapse, apparently, for a little while anyway.
Who are these fine folk?
To Anoradan. This is it. Who are these fine folk? Okay.
The king and queen,
the king and queen have come to Anfalas.
I never thought I would see such a day as this.
For the Langstrand is so far from the White City, it seemed we were just as distant in their minds, if not further. It must be they were impressed by the swords and spears that Lord Golisgil brought to bear during the war. He is greatly missed. You tell the man that Golisgil fought bravely on behalf of the king and brought honor to Anfalas. He smiles and holds up a hand. I rejoice to hear you say so, stranger, but it is unnecessary. His quality was well known to his people, and though his son Orgolas is still young, there are none who doubt he will grow to be his father's equal. But do you bring pleasing words alone, or are you here to help us? We could use assistance thinning the links hereabouts, and the Corsairs have been even more of a problem of late. So, look at this. They're going to give me an axe. I can't use axes. Give me a dagger or something. I don't know. You can help with that? Do you use Simbrief? Yes, I do. Usually what I'm doing is I'm using, like if I'm doing like an APL flight, I'll use APL to generate the Simbrief. And then, you know, and then I don't do anything as far as... That's the thing, like, I mean, do you guys actually do, like, voice for, like, clearances and all that kind of stuff? Or is that, like, all, like, automated now? That's the big thing I don't know, right? Simbrief will make it super easy? Okay. Alright, so let's pick up a few more quests around here and see what we got.
Will you play a game with me?
Will you play a game with
My
me?
sister
Okay,
is busy,
I'm not going to read.
so I've got
I'll
no one
read
to play with.
The main threads, but I'm not going to read a lot of these. Approach the well across from the Melgobas stables. Okay. Hide and secrets. What? Find and poke. Okay. We're actually playing hide and seek with this kid? Seriously? This is what happens when I don't read a quest. Where'd he go? What? Did he go way the hell down there? What the hell? Okay. I don't really have any time limit, so I guess we're okay there. Quest. Fishy work.
Days of peace have come at last
take
to
the fish,
Gondor.
From the full fish crate. Okay. Place the fish on the drying racks. Ah, there are many. There are many drying racks, but this one is mine. And you'll probably notice too, I look like I'm partially drunk. It's actually my horse being drunk. Which is probably a bit disconcerting for some. Oh, there's a drying rack. Let's use that one. That's 5. One more.
Have you come to help?
Okay.
Good.
Well, that was easy.
We must not let our vigilance lapse.
Shoe hungry seagulls. Shoot. Are they only up here in the town? It looks like it. Use voice for clearances. Some airports we can send PDCs, but if you want a voice clearance for practice, even if a PDC was sent, you can always ask. And I would guess that most, if not all, controllers would oblige. For example, the airports in ZBW, I send PDCs and are only Boston, PVD, BLD, and AM. Okay. Oh, ads. Yeah, because, you know, ads. Thanks, Twitch. There's an automated system for sending squawk codes in the U.S. when there's no overlying ATC online. I gotcha. Yeah, again, like those are the VATSIM things that like I just don't know because I've just never done them. You know, and my irrational fear of doing things that I've never done before and looking like an idiot, you know, that's part of it. Did we get all the birds? No, we got 2 more. Are there 2? Are they down here, maybe? There's one. No, that's a dude.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
Camp. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. BLD mid or BDL mid? What? What's BDL? Where's that? Oh, there's a bird. There's gotta be one more. Bradley, it's Mary's home. Oh, okay, okay. Wait, where's my dude? Are you my guy? Over there? Oh, there. Over this way. All right, that one's done.
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace.
All right, we still haven't found that kid yet. We found somebody else, though.
Ever been into
collect
this
pebbles
toil?
and collect a piece of driftwood. Okay. There's a first time for everything. My first time flying in VATSIM, I crashed on takeoff because apparently I told the plane to increase speed too much and it nosedived into the ground. Well, that happens, and that's when you just sort of disconnect in shame and pretend like it never happened, right? This random town, yeah, random town. I mean, there, like I said, there is a chapter for what the hell is it called? The Song of Waves and Wind is here. I disconnect in shame. Respawn and said take 2. Nice. Yep, that's what you do, man. I don't know. I just like, it's just a thing for me. I just, I don't, you know. Yes, I have an irrational fear of making mistakes. Yet, I do understand that mistakes are how we learn. I understand that completely and wholeheartedly, and I tell everybody that, and yet, you know, I hate making them myself. I think we all hate making mistakes. Nobody likes to fuck up, you know, especially on like a
Gondor
public
will
stage.
never be as it was.
All right, that's done. Still can't find this kid. Where is he? We do need to go outside the town, but he's got to be, he's around here somewhere. I mean, it is hide and seek after all, right? Yeah, I see, and there's a... It says he's down this way. Don't tell me he's hiding in a building somewhere. Or so. Oh, there he is. No, is that him? Is he hiding out back here? There he is. Creepy little kid. Oh, poke him. I just poked a kid. Oh, that's not cool. That'll get you arrested anymore, you know? Alright, that's done. Find Hedra near the wreck of Kel Tajor. Is that over here somewhere? That must be up top? Yeah, it's up that way.
That was fun.
If there's one thing I've learned about flying planes, though, is that, yeah, making mistakes is, A, necessary, but B, you have to make them within a certain reasonable amount of forgiveness. Otherwise, you're going to die. So, yeah, there's that. Although that's why you have, you know, a CFI to keep you safe. All right, so we can head over to the left over here. Yeah, so I was supposed to fly yesterday and did not because apparently I guess the plane was in maintenance again. The plane that I typically fly, the one that I had been reserved on. Oh, look at that new deed, Corsair Slayer of Outer Gondor. I guess I have not been here yet. Look, Outer Gondor. I had nothing. We do need lynxes. Beast Slayer. I am the Beast Slayer of Outer Gondor. No, not yet. I gotta work on that. Corpse Prowler. Impressive. I don't know what we need for like killing. Yeah, we need insects, so that'll be another thing that we'll have to do. Yes, the Slayer Deeds of Lotro, the bane of all players everywhere. Alright, so what about the birds? We took care of the bees. Apparently the birds are not a problem. No deed for birds. down here? Oh, we need another cat. Oh. Hedra, okay.
Who are you? What do you want?
Should have known Anak would send someone eventually. The truth is, I wanted to avenge Father. These Corsairs took him away, and I couldn't even do anything about it. What am I supposed to do? Okay.
None of this feels
find
right.
Corsair captives at the wreck of the Kel Tajor. Okay. Corsair captives at the wreck. Where's the wreck? Over that way. Oh. Perils of the Langstrand. Okay, the wreck of Kel Tajor. Discover the wreck. Okay. So we have to go find the wreck. What is this deed here? Perils. Find all these things. Oh, cool. This'll count for double, which is nice. You said you didn't know the ATC ratings. Twitch wouldn't let me send that message here, so I just dropped it in your DM. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'll check it out. I remember there was like, isn't there like a, there's like a S3, S2, S1, right, or something like that, and then there's P ratings for pilots, right? I seem to remember that too. Yeah, I'll tell you, you know, like when I guess it was, gosh, almost, maybe at least. I'm trying to think back. I'm thinking it's almost 2 years ago now that I had joined the Southwest Virtual, and in doing so, they were just getting started with like some of their training, because they had the VATSIM training P1, P2, P3, and I totally failed those reports, quite frankly. I just didn't know how to fly. I had not really like started doing my actual flight training yet. I feel kind of bad too, because like the guy that was teaching me, like I went through my problem with that whole program is that they were trying to move you through too much content too quickly, to try to, you know, they're like, here, we'll teach you how to be a pilot. You know, here's the VATSIM rating. Here's the things that you need to learn. And the problem is if you don't know how to fly, like for real, like you don't know how to manipulate an airplane and do a lot of things, there's a lot that they expect that you come to that and already know. And I didn't. And, you know, and I found like, it's like, because I think they give you like three like lessons, and then you're basically ready for your section, or you're not. And of course I wasn't, and that was my frustration with it. Was like, oh, okay, and they like you have to like, they move you through it really fast, and I was just like, nah, I'm not getting through this, because I didn't know what I was doing. Dude, what are you doing up there? Oh, he's up there. Come on, I can't, what? I can't get up there. I gotta go this way. Now he's just gonna sit there and pick me off. Oh shit, there's a whole bunch of dudes up here. Alright, hold on. Gotta kill this guy. plus virtual still can push the P ratings, but VATSIM will also convert IR. Yeah, see, that I know. And what's really funny is that since then, because I went through like I went through the first 3 flights or whatever, and then I was like kind of doing like the mock check flight or whatever with the guy that was doing my instruction. And he was awesome. He was like a retired, not an airline pilot, but I think a corporate business pilot kind of guy. And I forget his name. I'd have to go look it up. But anyway, he was really cool. Taught me a few things and whatever. But I just, part of it was just my setup just was not very conducive to doing things properly and whatever. So, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start actually like flying for real. And then I start flying for real. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess when I finally finish this and I get my PPL, I'll just turn that in.
I'll spare you the trouble
like,
of
hey, look, I'm a
for
real
more
pilot
survivors.
now.
I'm the last
Give me
one.
a rating, or something. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like my problem was that the way that training was structured was that they expected you to pretty much learn how to fly a plane properly and do all the things right with like 3 lessons. And it just isn't there. And I made them aware of that, like several times during the process. And it was like, yeah, it needs to be more. If you're gonna offer that rating, it needs to be more, or you need to have. There needs to be, I guess, some sort of an explicit thing that says, coming into this, you need to know this. You need to be at this level, and then we're pretty much going to run you through, several rides for, kind of like what I did for, like when I switched, when I switched instructors and went down to Brooksville. Because there it was like, okay, I have a bunch of knowledge already. I've flown many hours already, and then I go up for basically what's not really a check ride, but kind of a skills checkout, if you want to. I don't know what you'd call it, but there should be an accelerated option, but the slower option for people who need the time. And yes, that would be great. And I would have been one of those ones that would have really needed the time. I still need another links. All right, we need another links. Find, there you go, the lumber camp. That's up north there, I think. Okay, so we gotta go talk to somebody outside the wreck. So let's go back over here. A see where you're at flight. Yeah, that's a good description for it. Yeah. Because it's not really like a check ride per se. There's another word I had for it. I'm trying to think of what it was. It was. It's like a skills check kind of thing. What do you know? So what do you know and what can you do kind of thing. Oh, there's our unsuspecting kitty cat.
The moment I saw you holding that knife, I should have realized it was mine. But I didn't dare hope. Hope left me long ago.
Allowed to harass us for too long, blah, blah, blah. Still, not all is lost. A stranger was kind enough to help my son and daughter, asking for nothing in return. Let's go home. Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, we get some more wit about us. I still don't use wit as a... I've been trying to buy up wit and get that up there to replace like one of the others. I guess I almost probably could at this point. What do we have? So the rest of these, like determination, is at 94. Actually, I have a lot of these. I guess I could start really pushing up for higher ranks. determination is great because it's got agility in it. Maybe we'll switch. But what do we have? What else do I have up here? So crit rating, finesse, evade, physical mastery, finesse, might, physical mastery rating, and crit. That's zeal. And max power, evade, and crit. Wonder if maybe. Let's see here. Might, physical mastery, and crit. Finesse, crit. What's the crit? 19. Yeah, see, it's got a lot higher crit and physical mastery's up there. Physical mastery, yeah. So I mean, I'll probably swap that out at some point, maybe for zeal. So I'll swap these two when I get wit a bit higher. But I'm gonna try and get these other ones up. I guess I really haven't bought any of those up to max. Or are we? We're not at max, are we? I guess we're not. 96 is max. It looks like. Yeah. Okay, where to next? Up there at the lumber camp? I guess that's where we go next. Before we go back into town. Or maybe not. Let's go back into town. We'll turn that in because that's part of the epic, so that's probably going to have something else for us to do. So we shall see. Is this the way? This is the way. This is not the way. This is the way to die. And just so anybody is maybe not aware, you will now be aware. I have not done any of this content before. This is all new to me, which is kind of nice. Finally getting caught up on some things, but still, I don't know. Hey Zeus, what did you say? You're like, you're on like update 36. Wait till you get to like whatever's current, like update.
You took care of the beasts that threatened Melgabas?
Like that, right? All right, you took care of the beasts that threatened Melgabas, lynx and corsairs both. Perhaps the king and queen knew what they were doing when they brought you with them to visit the Langstrand. But there may be something more serious afoot than even those foes. A guard has come to Melgabas from Lond Kirion, and he looks worried. Perhaps he will share with a member of the king's traveling party what has brought him here. Okay. That guy. All right, the kitten has decided to start climbing my shelf. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're very curious. That's why they get.
If you have the
lives.
trust of King Elisar, I suppose you have
come
more than
with
earned
the
my
king's
own.
traveling party. If you have the trust of King Elisar, I suppose you have more than earned my own. I hope I do not step wrong by telling you this, or Lady Mara will have my head. I am seeking Orgolas, the young heir of Lord Golasgil. He has gone missing. Oh, you must choose one. You must choose. You can't use axes, though.
This is not the first time Orgolas has slipped his keeper's watch.
Gondor. Okay, what is that? Let's see here. Hold on. Reputation. So, renewal of Gondor. Respected. Oh, wow. We've actually reached maximum standing with renewal of Gondor. Cool. The renewer. Nice. Hey, what are you doing? Have you ever noticed how cats just instinctively try to get inside of boxes? He's trying to get inside of this box that is on my shelf. He's like trying to pull the flaps open and get in there. You need me at update 40 ASAP? Yeah, that's not happening. 44 is current. Okay. All right, let's see. That's done. What do we have here? Okay. Chapter 3.8, The Missing Heir. This is not the first time Orgelas has slipped his keeper's watch and escaped to tour the countryside, but with the Corsairs still harrying the coast, I need not tell you that once harmless excursions have become more dangerous than before. Will you help me look for him? Search along the beach to the south, and I will ask around the fishing village to learn if anyone has seen him of late. I find it interesting that these quests all, like, include... Hey! Okay, now he's trashing my shelf. This is Wolfie, by the way. He's the spitting image of his mom. It's so wild. So the stray feral cat that we started feeding after we moved in here, and she showed up, and she was pregnant, and we kept feeding her, and of course then she had the kittens, and then 4 weeks later she brings the kittens around for us, and we have this litter of 5 kittens, and we did the fostering and all of that kind of stuff. We decided to keep 2 of the kittens. He is one of them. She is a sort of a grayish, brownish tabby with some white in the mittens and all that kind of stuff, and she's like a medium hair, not as long haired as Lala is. Lala is a very long-haired cat. So he's like a medium hair. She is, and he is the spitting image of her. I mean, like, literally, you look at him, if you didn't realize, and you're looking at him from behind or whatever, and you look at her, you'd think that they were the same cat. It's wild. And then they just come in here and trash my office, and other things. We just have other cat issues going on. The problem, it's trying to get settled in having additional cats, and Lala is very picky, and we've had some litter box issues, and yeah, it's a pain. So. But it has convinced me of one thing. Like, so, of course, we bought the house, and several of the rooms, including, like, the bedrooms and whatever, have wall-to-wall carpeting, right? I think we're going to do away with wall-to-wall carpeting because, quite frankly, like, with where we live, there's lots of sand, everything's dirty. You come inside, whatever, and, the carpets are, the basic carpet that they put in the houses when they're first built, and everything's all just worn down now and whatever, so they're going to need replacing, and I think we're going to forego replacing carpet with carpet and just put flooring everywhere in the house, and then we'll just throw carpets down and stuff like that. Because as much as I like wall-to-wall carpeting in a house, I really do like carpeting. It's just it doesn't seem very practical here. Like, it's just not going to last very long. All right, so we are heading. We got to go down to the beach, I guess, or the shore, or whatever. Looks like we're going down this way. What say you all? Carpet or floor? Polished marble? No, I don't think so. Although, I'll tell you what. You know what? When I was looking at houses, so back when I got divorced and I was looking for houses because I wanted to buy a place, and no sign of Orgelas here. Okay. There was a house that I looked at. It was kind of like a carriage home. No sign here either. Okay, we're gonna keep going down the coast here. It had these polished white marble tile flooring throughout the entire first floor of this place. It was like I don't know if it wasn't really like a townhouse. It was more of like a carriage house kind of thing. There were like 3 or 4 units together. But I mean, really nice house, great place. But yeah, it was they had. I'll have to see if I can like maybe find pictures or something. You despise carpet, really? All right, can't find the dude. Let's go back up. I just, like I said, I like carpet. It's it kind of softens up the sound in the house, and so you don't have sounds echoing everywhere and all that kind of stuff, because you just got a bunch of hard surfaces. It really helps with that. Not to mention the fact that it just kind of makes the room feel warmer. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if you want something a bit more permanent for the flooring, and then you want some sort of decorative kind of thing, then you can just do some throw carpets, or maybe even just get some carpet remnants. You know, you get the remnants and you just have like a border stitched around them, and then you can put those down, and you know that, and then that way you've got like a good solid permanent floor, and then carpets can be replaced, especially if you have pets and stuff like that. So
You found no sign of the boy?
Found no sign of the boy. No one around the village has seen him of late. I cannot return to Lond Kirion without him. All right, talk to King Elisar.
Do not despair before
Do not
there
despair
is need,
before
my
there
friend.
is need, my friend. We have seen no sign of Orgolas, but neither is there evidence that he ran afoul of danger. Elisar strokes his chin and gazes out over the waves. Is there a tall watchtower of some sort along the coast? Golazgir's heir might have climbed such a tower in order to get a better view of the Corsair ships out in the bay. Such a sight might be difficult for a young boy to refuse, if my own childhood is to be any indication. Alright, meet up with King Elisar outside Barad Fayan in Anphalas. Okay, so that'll take us to the next town. So we'll go up to that, I guess, lumber camp up north first. We'll take care of that. Don't like cleaning them? Yeah, I don't either. I mean, you know, the thing about keeping carpets good is you just have to stay after them, and just be cognizant of, you know, what you're doing to them. You know, in terms of, like, you know, take your shoes off and, you know, and not walk around with your shoes on and things like that. But also keeping them cleaned and vacuumed and stuff. You know, you've got to vacuum them frequently to get the dirt out, because that just, you know, makes them dark and dingy and gets, you know, worn in and wears down the piling. You know, the other thing that's key though for like wall-to-wall carpeting is not so much the carpet itself, but actually the pad that goes underneath. You want a really, really good pad. If you got a thin pad, then it doesn't absorb the cushioning. It doesn't cushion the stepping as much, and you wind up grinding into the carpet a lot more. So we all know I'd be the one cleaning them around here because someone else doesn't want to do the chores. Dude, that is just, you know what? You know, the only am I free to speak? Can I speak freely? I don't want to get you in trouble. Her only saving grace is the fact that if she is actually looking for a job, then maybe that might take precedence over other things. But beyond that, sorry, you got nothing else to do all day. Take care of the house. Just saying. She's asleep. She'll never know. I know, because she never watches my stream, so it's fine. And then she's secretly watching my stream in bed or something like that, going, all right, what are they saying about me? We have at least 5 hours. Oh, my God. That's just, yeah. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, okay, so this is some lumber camp thing up here. I'm a lumberjack and I don't care. No. You have discovered the lumber camp. Not to be confused with the lumber camp or the lumber camp, because I'm sure there are many lumber camps throughout Middle-earth. Dardrag.
Have you come to help? Good.
That man never stops worrying about it. Simply don't wish to leave empty-handed. The trees in the Fleetmire have good wood, and there are folks in Melgabas who cannot travel as far as I can for such quality. Unfortunately, the Corsairs, or rather their actions, have been a persistent thorn in my side. Thanks to their excessive woodcutting there, the bog lurkers have become aggressive. I'm no fighter. I'd soon find my death trying to wield my axe against anything that breathes, But you seem to be capable of defending yourself. Well,
We must not let our vigilance lapse.
select freshly cut logs at the Fleet Mire. Okay. Hope no one takes a screenshot and sends it to her. It'll be a good conversation starter. There you go. But you've tried to start conversations before and it ends in crying. Hey Zeus, why don't you get a job? I know, right? He should get a job, or else he should spend his time cleaning up the house. You know. I mean, you know, it's not like he's got one of those cheesy-ass government jobs or anything, you know, that, like, he doesn't have to actually do any work. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I know, just a week ago I was defending you as having like one of the most stressful jobs on the planet, you know. See how things quickly change? I blame Trump. They blame him for everything, so I'll just blame Trump, you know, because... I'm telling you, Newsom. Oh, God. Well, that's true. Yeah, you're in California. At least you can do that, right? Go down and tell Mayor Bass what you think. I'm sure she'll love to hear your comments. Especially as a federal government employee. I'm sure she'll love to hear from you. Oh, look. A backpack. Backpack. You know, I learned recently that there is a live, like a live action human character Dora the Explorer like movie or series or some shit like that. How many of you know about this? Were you aware of that? I never knew this until recently, that they actually made a live action Dora the Explorer. How do you do that? I mean, like, how do you, I mean, how do you even, like, why? Why would you even do that? Have any of you ever seen it? Has anybody ever watched it? Back to the lumber camp. Don't listen to Stream Elements. They lie. I don't post anything on X that has anything to do with my streams anymore because nobody cares. Oh! Why are they fighting this poor cow? Oh my gosh. Alright. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys! Just saying. The first cup of coffee is gone. Actually, like, my second cup is pretty... Well, I don't know if it's really a second cup. It was kind of like a... I drink like half a cup, and then I came to get ready to set up the stream and stuff like that. It's like you just kind of like top off the cup. So it's kind of like an endless cup that never ends, you know. This is the mug that never ends.
We must strive to defend our newly gained
Bog
peace.
lurkers were no match for you, eh? I suppose I ought to start learning a thing or two about dealing with them, or these corsairs. But first, Govach must be worried sick waiting for me. I'll be on my way then. Thank you, fine burglar. Endless coffee. Only thing that might save Cracker Barrel now. Oh, no. Dude, I'll tell you what, so like I mentioned that I don't really put anything on X anymore as far as like, oh, hey, I'm going live on my, my Twitch channel. I did that for years. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody like comes to my channel because they saw me put a message up on Twitter/X. I'm sorry, X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. Right? Because you got to call it that. They still call it that. It's so funny. But I mean, I literally, I cannot name a single person that has ever told me that I came to watch your channel because I saw you post something on X. That you were live or whatever, right? I suppose I could probably, like, stream to X, but I, like, multi-stream or something like that. I would do that. But honestly, I get more engagement on X by making random comments about the things that I see on there, including stuff like, what's going on with Cracker Barrel or something. I just make some random, insightful thought that I put up there in some thread as a response to this, that, or the other, and boom, I've got like another 20 followers on X. So I guess my random insights are more interesting than anything I would do streaming for, I don't know, how long has it been? 8 years? Something like that. All right, we need to go to here. That is our next place. So it's interesting that, like, there's this, like, we literally had, like, what, one quest out here? We had a quest that led us here. Emin Turk, right? So, like, but there's, like, all of this area. It's, like, it's just, like, this big empty area out here, right? You're going to miss the Cracker and the Barrel. Aren't we all, though? Aren't we all? So, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not, like, one of these people that's, like, I've been going to Cracker Barrel for years, okay? Because I'm old, so, I've been around probably as long as Cracker Barrel. But, the thing is, when we were full-time RVing and we were actually traveling, when we were doing the traveling between Pennsylvania and Florida before we moved here, we would stop. We did make a point. Yes, yeah, Ara's in mourning. There you go. Hi, baby. So we would stop. We did stop at a Cracker. We actually, like, stopped and parked in the parking lot because they do allow RVers to stay in their parking lots. They have RV park-sized parking spaces at some of them, and they will allow you to stay overnight in their parking lots. And we did that once or twice, and it was cool. It was great. Honestly, it's there's nothing like waking up in your RV, and you get up in the morning and you step outside, and the Cracker Barrel is right there, and you can simply walk inside and order all of the breakfast delights that you can possibly handle, whether it's, eggs and bacon or pancakes or French toast and coffee and all the things, right? I never liked Cracker Barrel, to be honest. Loved the concept of the atmosphere, at least what it used to be, but the food was mostly and the service was never fantastic. Like, there are some menu items that are god tier, but I'm usually disappointed. Yeah, I get that. Here's the thing about Cracker Barrel for me. Cracker Barrel, like, I grew up, my parents owned an old country store from the time I was about 10 until, until I was about 16 or so, at which point they sold the store, business and property and all that. And we continued to live in the house. We rented the house that was attached for another 2 years until I graduated from high school. And, in all that time that we were there, like, I worked in the store. My mom did all the purchasing of all the stuff in the store, and she was really, really good at it. Like, just the old-time country-ish kind of stuff. Everything from, like, we had this wall of, like, colonial candle, right? The colonial candles, like the old stick candles, and whether they were the hand-dipped ones or, the actual tapered candles or, the really nice, that stuff. And then, of course, over the years, that they started coming out with, the candles in the jars, which is, I think, what you see more nowadays than you actually see of actual, like, candlesticks. But But there was that kind of stuff, and like things like oil lamps, like old glass oil lamps, and just really real country-ish kind of stuff, and that's what we sold, and that was the sort of nostalgia there. We had all kinds of stuff there for that, and then on top of that, it's like we were like, the local newspaper place where people would stop in and get their newspapers on Sunday, and we had we didn't really have a deli, but we had like food and cold case with sodas and lunch meats and cheese and various breakfasty food kind of stuff, quick food kind of things. But that was just it. It was just like an old time country store kind of thing. And so when I walk into a Cracker Barrel, and I have not been into one of the remodeled ones, so I can't really speak to what does it look like yet. I've seen videos and that kind of thing, but I don't really know what it is that they still carry. Have they changed the merchandising to match this new decor direction that they're going in? I don't know. So, I guess supposedly there's one in Orlando that has been upgraded or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe just out of curiosity, one of these days we'll take a trip down there and we'll go just to go see what it's like. See how much has really changed. But for me, walking in there, like I see a lot of things. Like we had, it is not an upgrade. Now I know, right? But like part of our old country store was we had like the counter was just filled with all of the old what they called penny candy at the time. Of course, you can't get anything for a penny anymore, right? But we had all this old time penny candy stuff. Some of everything from like root beer barrels to and like Mary Janes and all of that kind of stuff. Like we had all of that, and it was all loose, right? So like literally they were just in these big jars on the counter, and you just you reach inside and we'd give you a bag, and you could buy whatever it is that you wanted to buy individually. We would sell it by the quarter, half, pound kind of stuff. So we'd weigh it out and sell you a pound of gummy bears or a pound of licorice or whatever that kind of stuff was, right? A country store should feel cluttered, absolutely, and it was. I mean, and what really bothers me to this day is that we have literally almost no pictures. And I know that there are a few, but like I believe that they are all in the possession of my ex at the moment, who refuses to give me anything anymore, because that's a thing. But there are very, very, very few photographs of the store from when I was a child, like what it looked like. Now today it's very different. It's not even a country store anymore. It's been turned into a day spa. They have apartments up top. There's an antique. There were a lot of shops around on the property that were the shops were rented by other store owners, and they had other things. So there's an antique store. And there's all this stuff, right? So a lot of that stuff. The country store itself, the building still stands, and but it is no longer a country store. And that changed like literally immediately after we had sold it to the guy that bought us, because he was a scumbag and knew my parents had to sell. My mom was ill at the time. She had cancer, and my parents needed to sell the business and eventually move. They stayed there as long as they could for me to finish high school without having to change high schools, which was great for me, I guess. We sold in Newsom, I know, right? No, it wasn't in California, fortunately. And even if it was probably at a time when California was actually a good state to have a business in. But anyway, so the guy that bought it, he turned it into more of a deli and changed the business around there. So it was really more of a deli, and country store was like secondary kind of thing. Because he wasn't good at like the merchandising and shit like that my mom was great at. I know. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of, but I have very few. There's very few photographs of the store and like the penny candy counter, And I don't know. One of the other like things that I remember about the whole place, like, you know, you'd come in and the tables that were set up that had a lot of the merchandise as you would walk through the store, they were like even the front counter where, you know, we had the cash register and we had an old time national cash register, like one of those ones. Like, we didn't actually use it for that. We had, you know, for the longest time we just had like a little adding machine to add shit up, and we would, you know, that's where I learned how to actually count money, because kids can't count money anymore. But the counters were actually old marble-topped fudge-making counters. They, like, if you've ever seen them, they're basically it's a marble-topped counter, and then it has like a standing edge that was maybe 2 or 3 inches tall, right? And they would literally like make fudge in, like, I don't know, we didn't, people before, they just had these in there as the tables, but they were originally for making fudge, and they were these like large marble topped tables that had like a 2 or 3 inch edge around them, and they would just literally pour, you know, tons of you know, fudge batter in there basically, and then it would cool and cure inside of there, and then they would cut it and pull it all out of there. So, hey Mary, how you doing? Bye. That's okay. You don't get timed out in my channel. You're not going to Cracker Barrel again. I used to like it. All right. So, Jinjar, how are you, by the way? It's nice to see you. So tell me, have you been to one of the new Cracker Barrel stores? Have you seen the remodel for yourself? Because I have not. I've seen the videos and pictures and stuff like that. And I do not know. I have not visually seen that for myself, so I don't want to just be like, oh, it's terrible, this, that, and the other, because I really haven't seen it myself. I don't like what they did with the logo. I don't like that you know, again, you know, it's so funny because, you know, there's a lot of accusations about, oh, okay, she's very left, she's very Democrat, she's this, that, and the other, the CEO of the company. And where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. I can't remember now. Okay. I'm trying to get my train of thought back on what I was going to say with that. So not to get too political on this, but usually we see a lot from the left, and they usually will typically say things like, "Oh, you're trying to erase us." I see that a lot. Nobody's trying to erase you or erase this, that, or the other. But it's funny that then what do they want to do? They want to do the same thing. They want to, you know, it's so much on both sides that's just kind of the same shit, different day. It's like, you know, okay, well, what have you done? You've erased the cracker, you've erased the barrel, and you've now made a logo that is so boring that I look at it and I go, yeah, I don't really care. It's not a very enticing logo, right? The logo does not draw me in to want to go there. I've only seen what they've been putting online, but I have a friend who has gone, and they say it's like walking into a Taco Bell now. Well, you know, I don't have any problem with Taco Bell, but I don't walk into a Cracker Barrel expecting it to feel like a Taco Bell. It's a totally different thing. But the other thing is that CEO, she was like the president of their international division or something like that for 5 years at Taco Bell. So maybe now you know why it feels like a Taco Bell, just in case you're wondering. Because, yeah, she was at Taco Bell for years. Logo from Temu. I know, right? There you go. Logo from Temu, yes. Actually, they probably just went on Fiverr and had somebody bring a logo. Oh, my God, it's a Fiverr logo. That's what it is. They paid somebody from Fiverr to make me a new logo. Here you go. $5, new logo. Anyway. with some Sheehan assistance. Oh my God! Yes, there we go. Yes, Fiverr, Sheehan, and Temu all teamed up to make the new Cracker Barrel logo. Somebody needs to throw that into an AI and get like an image out of that. I bet you if you went to Grok and you said, Grok, take the original Cracker Barrel logo and then show us what it would look like if someone from Temu, Shein, and Fiverr got together and created a new logo. So there you go. That's probably what it would have. That's what it would look like when they were done with it, right? I'm sure I'm probably a little too political for some folks, so sorry about that. I'll just watch people come in while I'm talking about stuff like that, and then they'll just immediately leave the stream. It's like, sorry. I know. One of the things we always say around here, we're like, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion. Honestly, there's too much going on in the world today to not talk about things like that from time to time. I try not to let it dominate what we do here, but, you know, things can be talked about. All right, here we are. We have arrived at Barad Fayan. Oh, I guess that would be I was like, where's the tower? Barad something or other means tower, right? So here we go. So I guess we have to... I guess we got to wind our way up there to the tower. But let's see what these folks have to say.
There's always work to be done.
Ever since the war, the lands have been emptied of our most seasoned and hearty folk. Guard duties have been delegated to garrisons mostly made up of new recruits with barely any field experience. Lond Curion is to the west of here, remains harried by straggler corsairs in Katsur. They grow bold and encroach further towards Langorduin. Would you help them by repelling the corsairs? Why, of course I will. Because I'm such a nice guy.
Have you a moment?
Good traveler, I hope I find you well. I am looking for someone to check on my traveling companions. With all of the commotion here in Barad Fayan, and all the animals in the area becoming more agitated, we had to find intermediate shelter. Barad Fayan lacks the necessities we need. Oh God, it's an elf, no wonder. Could you find Luingil in Ekad Lendir and lend your aid to our travelers? Will you lend us your aid? That's what he's saying.
Have you come to help? Good.
A curse festers within. Find the cursed child. Okay, we have to read about this one. You can help. Yes, you can. My search for this cursed child has ended. They are here to bring eternal ruin to Anphalas. The prosperity of the Langstrand is in your hands. Every single huntsman I have sent to end this imminent doom upon us has not returned, but I see you. You look very capable. You look at the stranger with elevated skepticism. Please, time is of the essence. The trail ends here among the bluffs of Anphalas to the southwest. Well, there's no timer, so that's good.
What happened here, you ask?
A vile trail.
I'd like to
Search
know
the
myself.
corpse.
Our men, fallen
What
in
happened
war.
here, you ask?
Our shores
Oh,
given to the
there's a
want
dead
of
person on the
corsairs.
ground.
Land,
Our
bridge,
men
and dwelling,
fallen in war, our
ravaged by
shores
hatred
given to the
and
want
time.
of corsairs,
I'm used
land,
to all of that.
bridge, and dwelling,
But the
ravaged
sudden
by
end of a
hatred
man
and time.
in the middle of the road.
I'm used to all that,
so
but
close to
the
home.
sudden end of a man in the
dark
middle of the road,
foreboding
so
indeed.
close to home, with no sight of corsair ship or pillaging, a dark foreboding indeed. More so than what was wrought these lands for so long as I can remember. Perhaps you can find what I could not.
You found the victim's clothes,
clothes
stained in a green ichor.
Green ichor.
That seems to line up with what I found as well.
Oh, I love you,
Fell
baby.
odor to it also.
She just brought
You
me
should investigate
a
amongst the
27-ounce bag.
See if anyone
of
has
gummy
seen
bears.
this substance before.
I haven't had gummy bears in forever. Yes, Kroger just came because, you know, we get Kroger deliveries for, like, all the groceries now. Yes, I'm going to hawk Kroger because actually they're pretty cool. But they come all the way the hell out here. You got Jelly Bellies. Oh, she got a couple of bags of Jelly Bellies, too. So there you go. I have 1.5 pounds of gummy bears that I can snack on later. So there we go. I love her. She's awesome. All right, so let's see here. Talk to the careful merchant. Careful merchant. That's over here. Ooh, he's hiding. What's he hiding?
Green ichor.
A foul-smelling
We have none of
green
that here
ichor.
in
We have none of that
Baradfine.
here in
Most of our
Ecatfayan.
drafts are for mending and
Or,
treating
I'm sorry,
injuries.
Baradfine. Most of our drafts are for mending and treating injuries. I cannot say such a substance comes from here. It is foreign. Talk to the anxious woman. Do I have anything suspicious to report? Why, of course. Oh, God. Why, of course. All manner of foul play is afoot. Corsairs are harrying the shores. Animals are pestering our foragers. There is one person I do not recognize here, and they seem very anxious. I couldn't tell you where to find them, but if they look out of place and disturbed, chances are you have found your quarry. Okay. Look for someone who is anxious and puzzled. The distressed man.
I've
What is
done
it?
nothing wrong.
The man
I was
is
just
startled
passing
by your
through.
presence.
On my
I've
way
done
to
nothing wrong.
Longkirian,
I was just passing
My
through.
wagon was hijacked just
On
up
my
the
way
road
to
before arriving
Longkirian,
here.
I was. My wagon was hijacked just up the road before arriving here. Foul-smelling substance? Of course. The person who hijacked my wagon reeked of it. I ended up here a day later to find my wagon abandoned on the town's western exit. Surely you will find more of that wretched substance. Okay. Lurky, lurky. For Ginger. The wagon. The abandoned wagon. What do we got here? Stained shard. You found a shard of glass stained with ichor. Okay. It is a mystery. The game is afoot! As it
This
were.
shard of glass
The
is
shard of
intriguing.
glass is intriguing. It is
familiar to me.
Or rather,
I've heard of this before.
Come with me. Let us discuss this away from prying eyes. There is more to discuss.
This ichor.
This ichor, it is grotesque and foul in
foul in smell.
A certain result
Certain
of
result of fell experiments.
I only heard rumors of such a thing.
I've only heard
Ghastly
rumors of such a
abominations
thing.
roaming the halls. of
Ghastly
Khadun.
abominations
Of course,
roaming the halls
I have no
of
experience with this, but
Khadun.
my friend was so curious about the depths of that place that he decided to venture there. Torvendor was his name. I can only assume that whatever lay waiting in those halls has now found its way here to us. I have a new lead. One of the townsfolk spotted a suspicious figure running off towards the western road at night. See if you can pick up their trail and follow it to whatever ends. I'll be here. Okay. We had to come inside to talk about all that? I don't know. All right, let's see. What else do we got? If we want to go that way, yeah. No, we need to go up here. We got to go talk to someone up here first. The beacons are lit! It is actually a beacon tower. It's very cool, actually. King Elisar. Look, it is my king.
Aye,
King
this is
Elisar
just the sort of place I
kneels
expected.
outside
What do you make of these
Barad-Vaya,
tracks?
studying the ground intently. Aye, this is just the sort of place I expected. What do you make of these tracks? Small tracks, small tracks, small tracks. It is possible the tracks were left by a child's shoes, but it's hard to say. Follow the trail left by the Oh, search for Orgolas atop Barad Fayan. Do we have to go all the way up? Cool. Actually, a very cool outlook here. Oh, there he is. Yep, we were. The king was right. The kid came up here to check out the pirate ships.
What do you want?
What do you
I'm
want?
not ready to return
I'm
to
not ready
Lon
return to
and you
Lon
cannot make
Kirian,
me.
And you cannot make me. I have not yet seen any of the Corsair ships up close.
Wait, who is that man?
Wait,
Is he
who is that man?
King
Is he
Elisar?
King Elisar? My mother brought me to the king's wedding this summer, but I only saw him from afar, and we did not stay long. Can he really have come to Anvilas? You tell Orgolas that Elisar joined the search to find him, and the boy's eyes widen in amazement. Truthfully, he came here to seek me? I cannot believe it. I simply must show him my home. Yes, I will return to Lond Kirion, and at once. King Elisar. Mother will be so surprised. Okay. Talk to King Elisar at the Barad Fayan. Oh, there he is. Damn, he snuck right up on me.
Lead on, young Master
Orgolas.
We will follow you
Shirefly,
to Lond
I
Kirion.
will follow you to Lond Kirion. It is located west, and it was named Kirialande by the men of Numenor, who settled there during the Second Age. It is the oldest Numenorian settlement in Gondor, but its original name fell out of use, and now it is Lond Kirion. It was Golasgil's ruling seat, and now his widow Mara holds it until their son comes of age. All right, so we have to go back to Lond Kirion. Which one was that? No, that's Melgobas. So we have to go over here. Okay, so that's Lond Kirion over here. Oh, they have a dockmaster there, too. That's probably how I got there and got the port and whatever, is probably through the dock at some point. Alright. There's a cow up here, you know. Okay. Can we get to the top of this tower? Is there a way up? I just want to go stand up there. I'd be very curious. No, doesn't look like the stairs go up. And there does not appear to be a way to go up the tower. It'd be nice if we could. Nope. Let's go over this way. We'll see what this is first. Oh, hello. Hello, cow. Find the cursed child. What do you want? This is my quarry. I've been tracking this girl for many moons. Nothing you can say can convince me to abandon course. I shall claim the bounty. Bounty is not worth the effort. Okay. All I did was intimidate him.
We will do our best to repair and rebuild
Please
what
don't
we
hurt
can.
me. The woman recoils at your approach, but you raise your hands in surrender. A cursed child, you say? I am no child, but I have been running from hunters all my life. I was told the circumstances of my birth were extraordinary by Garrick. When my mother passed, he took me in, but I was treated poorly and subjected to horrible experiments for his own esoteric pursuits of knowledge. Apparently, my existence is akin to a curse upon Anphalas. When I grew older, I managed to escape and have been on the run since. I don't know whether I am cursed or not, but I'm done running. Would you help me gain my freedom? Okay. So, does that lead? Where does that lead? Oh, the curse festers within. Confront Garrick at the Garrick the Addled. Okay, I guess that must be what's next there. Let's see. All right, back up to town. We'll finish these up, and then we'll head over to Land Kyrion. Does anyone know, like, how far or how long? I haven't really looked it up, but like the chapters of the what is it called? The Song of Waves and Wind. How long does that go? Is that like is there a lot to that? Go up there. Cal can get up there. Why can't I? There we go. A file fragment. Okay. What is this? The trail seems to follow the road west. Keep going. All right, let's go back and turn this one in over here first. Go west, young man.
Oh, you leveled up. Way to go,
Garrick
Cupcake.
Oh, okay, this guy.
What
you returned to
chance
me
have
empty-handed. I placed all my faith in you to prevent the doom of Anphalas. You informed Garrick that the woman must go free. Never. You have no idea what you have done. You will be the doom of us all. I knew he was going to attack me. You had no choice but to stop Garrick the Addled. What, because he was kidnapping children? Oh my god. Lots? There's lots? Okay. 13, maybe 14 chapters? Good lord. So it is a long bit of content, yeah. Now, so is, just so that I know, because I know I'm way far out of, you know, like what's current so far. So is the Song of Waves and Wind, is that the epic thread that leads like all the way through the Corsairs expansion and subsequent content? Is that what that is? Affirm. Okay, cool. That's what I was wondering. Hey, little miss. Oh, you brought me Velcro, did you? All right, the kitty cat has brought the Velcro to me. It is a ring of Velcro. It is precious to her. It is her precious. Go get. It's so cute. Honestly, if you ever had a cat that like will, because you know dogs are great for fetching, right? You know, you throw a ball, the dog brings the ball back, all that kind of stuff, right? You know, but if you've ever had a cat that fetches and brings shit back to you, it's actually kind of cool, because that's not normally what you expect out of a cat. But she's crazy with this stuff. Like, here she comes. She is, I threw it out the door into the hallway, and she has brought it back, and she will set it. She's even gone so far as to, like, when we've, sat on the couch, she'll, like, hop up on the couch with it in her mouth, and she will, like, either set it on your stomach, or she'll, like, set it on your foot. Like, I've had my foot, like, sort of just hanging over the side of the couch without my feet up, and she'll literally, like, just set the Velcro ring on my foot. It really is very cute. Hi. Come here. Come here. You're going to speak to everyone because I know you love to scream. So you're going to scream for everybody. There you go. See, that's her. She does not like to be held very much. So she's going to cry a little if I hold on to her. What are you going to say? I see. There you go. Meow. Here, go fetch. There you go. So, cat's whining. Only here on this channel. All right, we've done that. Now, where? Okay, we got the other one down to, let's see. Let's go this way. Now, why are we going back down here again? Oh, I guess we're going down. Back down to the girl. Okay. You are free! Be free!
You are here to help.
I cannot thank you enough for what you have done. This is the start of something new. I have not been able to live peacefully without a shadow looming over me for quite some time. I am in your debt, good stranger. Bye-bye. She is free once more. So what do we have here? Oh, this is going to be that file, right? So there's probably another file. P-H-I-A-L file, not F-I-L-E file. Yep, there we go. Another file fragment. A fragment of a file is what we have. The shard matches. Keep following the road west. Well, alrighty then. Oh, look, a Knickerbreaker. And a bird. Is there another? Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Is there a setting? So let's take a look at something here. So UI settings, right? And if we look at like floating information, so like floating names, right? Toggle floating names. Okay, we know we can turn them off and on, and that's easy enough to do. Floating text size. What about distance for floating text, though? Like how far away we see it. Is that a setting? What do we have here? UI scale. Because the one thing that seems to keep happening, like I don't see floaty text. I don't know. I wonder if they've somehow turned that down by default to improve server performance. Right? I don't know. I wonder. Alright, so we got that one. Follow the trail left by the suspicious figure, so we're going to keep going here. There's another one. A file fragment. The smell is more foul on this. It continues west. This shard is quite large. The end is nigh! Oh. Who dis? Oh, we saw them before when we were coming through here.
Yes.
Easton a wagon. I suspect as much on the way up from Melgobas. Hello, stranger. The creaks from my wagon worried me. I was not confident I could make it to IFL, much less meet my traveling companions up on the ridge. I have found the culprit. The spokes are about to give. Could you perhaps aid me? I couldn't find a suitable spare wheel in Barad Feyen, but I am almost certain there exists one in Land Kirion. Would you be so kind as to fetch me a spare wheel? All right, well, sure. All right, so I think we got to go. We got another thing up here. Follow the trail into the tree line. Ooh, you have discovered Ecad Lendir. Okay, it's an elf camp. Yay.
I welcome your aid.
Ah, so Siliveth sends you to check on us. So she does care, after all. We are doing quite well, actually. We've set up camp and are currently waiting for our companion to fix their wagon before progressing on our journey to IFL. Actually, there is something which we could use assistance if you are able. Of course, everybody wants my help. We find ourselves at a crossroads, quite literally. My companions and I were on our way to IFL when one of our own expressed concern over their wagon. Naturally, we set up camp here so we could address their concerns before moving forward. Our scouts tell of a menace of local fauna that could present trouble for our party. You look as though you are handy with steel. Could you perhaps do us a courtesy and... Oh my god, I just had two cats just come running into the room and then run right back out again. The kittens, as it were. Alright, so defeat Knickerbreakers and Lynx. In Springer's clothes. So does that mean we have to... Let's see, hold on. Do we have to go to those places to be able to do them? I guess maybe we do. Alright, let's go back down. Wait, does that one count? No. See, that doesn't count. That's a lynx, but it doesn't count. Another file fragment. Wait a minute. Is this all? This is... Oh, this is the other thing. Okay, hold on. This is the other quest line that we were still working on. The trail veers into the trees to a campsite. Okay. That is also not a lynx that we can use. Okay, lost knapsack. You've been spotted! Oh no! Ha! Well, see, he saw me anyway. How good is stealth? Interloper! It's an interloper. Now he's dead. He was wearing a unique sash. Back to Barad Feyen, really? Oh man. Go all the way back there. I guess we can go this way. We'll go do this other part of this quest up here, and then we can swing back. What about this? Defeat many insects. See, again, doesn't count for the quest. We have to go to this little blue area up here. You know, I didn't notice that, but Kerr 2. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't know if the my sound alerts and stuff are working properly. I do have some sound issues going on this morning, and if I try to change things in Lotro so that I can hear things and whatever, apparently the game will crash. So I'll have to work on that off stream at some other point. But anyway, thank you for the follow earlier. I did not catch that when it came up. Now, okay, here we go. So these are the Knickerbrickers that we need to take care of. Knickerbrickers! Knickerbricker. till about 1 o'clock or so, maybe 2. Actually, it was like 2, I think. I don't know if we'll go that long today. Y'all tell me what else you want to see, other than me just running through here. There is festival stuff going on. Maybe I'll try to go do Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, so the Knickerbrickers are over here. The cats must be over there, the lynxes, so that's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's go this way. We'll go back over to Barad Fayen. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I do still need ore, and I think I still need hides, and I definitely need scholar stuff, because that's the other thing. Like, so I've got Forester, Prospector, Tailor, Scholar, right? So this originally was my Tailor, right? And I added Scholar on because I'm like, okay, that way I can gather all of the things on this character. Ah, yes. This is about the murder afoot.
This
sash. It is unlike
the ilk of Corsair we see that typically trouble these
Fortunately,
shores.
it gives us our next clue.
Some new information has shed some light on these new happenings. I shall try to glean more information from the sash
you brought back. Recently, while out hunting, the folk have noticed a camp in the hills to the north. It has always been empty, according to their reports, but there is evidence of recent use. As with all cases, this cannot be mere coincidence. It suggests that whoever we are dealing with will not be here for long. Okay. Investigate the campsite. Now, is that the lumber camp that we were already at? Because I was saying earlier, I'm like, why? No, not the lumber camp, because that was over here. So, a new camp. Oh, hey, Warhite, how you doing, man? Thank you for that. Good morning to you, sir. What's going on? I did hear that. It didn't play in my headphones, but I did hear it coming through the speakers. So I'll have to try to do a better job of keeping my ears open for things. I'm thinking I need to change my horse. Maybe I'll start using my goat or something. I'm driving around drunk all the time. This is not cool. Oh, is this the camp? Is this it? Oh, this is the camp, yes. The obscured note, okay. The note is barely readable. Maybe Hadorian can make some sense of it. Oh, great. I came all the way up here to the camp. There's nobody here. And now I gotta go all the way back down. You're like, here's a note. Can you read this for me? I probably know how to read better than all of them put together. Oh, look, a Corsair. Lovely. Myself and my 3-year-old is sick with the Rona. Oh, no, we got the Rona. Don't take the shot. Ange is in the other room. She's like, not the Rona! Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you feel better. You know, it's so funny. I mean, it's not really funny, so don't take that the wrong way. I find it interesting though that, you know, like when we still hear of people getting the coronavirus, especially if any of us like got the stick years ago. You know, because it's like, oh, you know, we all actually, it's funny. What was it we were talking about the other day? What was it we were talking about the other day in the, because we've been watching the X-Files. So, of course, Ange and I were talking about some stuff. And, of course, you know, the one of the threads in there was how they were using the smallpox vaccinations to track people, right? If you're a fan of the X-Files. And one of the things that Ange noticed on me the other day was she's like, oh, you have one of those smallpox vaccination scars. I'm like, yeah, I do. She doesn't have one. I do. And yet what's funny is she was born before me. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, so I'm being tracked by the federal government. I have been for all my life because I had a smallpox vaccination.
What's written on this note is barely readable. But this last line
all
here
right,
is of
let's
concern.
see here. What's written on this note is barely
time.
readable, but this last line here is of concern. It is time. It seems we are out of time. Whatever they were planning to do, they plan to do soon. I think I may have everything I need to solve the case.
I have been trying to connect
there's
the
an
clues
Amari
and
tracery
pieces
in
of
here.
the
That's a
puzzle.
good one.
Our culprit
I've been trying
is not
to
of this
connect
realm,
the clues
and is
and
most
pieces
likely
of the
making their
puzzle.
escape.
Our culprit
An
is not of this
escape
realm and is most
witnessed
likely
by
making
our
their
poor
escape.
victim.
An escape
They are
witnessed
hastened
by
by
our
worry.
poor victim.
They are making
They are
mistakes.
hastened by worry. They are making mistakes. There is an old shipwreck to the southwest. I'd venture to guess that our culprit is going to try and make their escape by fashioning something seaworthy out of that wreck. We must make haste. We approach under the guise of night. Ooh. Polio. Oh, was it polio and not smallpox? Oh, so okay, so the scars from the polio vaccination. Oh, okay. I thought it was the smallpox. You've had it 5 times and you were vaxxed due to your job. See, now that should convince you that the vaccinations are basically useless, unless you think that at least they've done something to help, I don't want to say mitigate because that's the wrong word, but to reduce the suffering that you would have to endure because of it, right? You're waiting for a positive effect from them. Well, there you go.
Beset by a sudden murder, I set out to capture the person responsible.
Yeah, I guess we were having
in
the
so
conversation
doing,
about the smallpox
revealed
thing,
a
and
much
then we were
larger
whatever,
plot.
And then it was polio.
One whose
not
shadow is
smallpox.
cast far
That's
and
all.
wide over land
All
and
right,
sea.
good you're here.
We
The
shall
shipwreck
bring
is
this
over
person
yonder
to
in the
justice,
clearing.
one
They
way
make
or another.
fast for an escape using
Good, you are here.
scavenged parts
The shipwreck
from
is
the
over
shipwreck.
yonder in the
You must be
clearing.
quick.
They make fast for an escape using
Front
scavenged parts from
into
the
gear.
shipwreck. We must be quick.
Corsair interloper.
I have had
Had
just about enough of this land and its people.
Every step of the way, one nuisance, after the other. All for this
All
thing,
for this thing.
bile
This
of
vial of
Ifrin.
Ifrin.
I've nearly lost all that I've left
that
wretched
wretched
place
place
with, but this will have to do.
This will
The
have to
sea
do.
casts its
For
shadow
the
far
sea
and
casts
wide.
its shadow far and wide.
Is he speaking?
Your blight
Can you
upon
hear
these
him?
lands ends
Oh, yeah, they
here,
are
whoever
actually
you
saying
are.
it, okay.
You will not escape.
I guess I don't
Whatever
have to
it is
voice
you
over
took
this
from that
part. The
apothecary
blight upon
will
these
not
lands is
see another
wherever you
dawn.
are.
Your gallantry is to be praised, Ranger. You saw what happened to that poor man. And now that you've witnessed Kashyap, you too shall share his fate. For the sea shadow does not like loose ends.
Why were there 2? Okay, he ran away, but he didn't. What the hell is that? Me thinks there is some magic at work here. You got it August 25th of last year and August 23rd of this year. Your birthday is the 27th. Oh, so it was a birthday present. There you go. You have discovered Kala Niket.
This Kashap has gotten away.
But
now we know what has gone
No, he
wrong.
didn't. He's
to
right
deliver
over there.
this bile
Look.
of Ephraim.
Look, he's over
We
here.
must pursue him at all costs.
They don't pay attention. Okay, we must pursue him at all costs. Meet me back at Barad Fayan to discuss our options. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, there you go. It was a birthday present, man. You know that, right? The world was saying, happy fucking birthday, man. But if you'd only taken the shot. Oh, wait! I will need some time to consider our options. Until then, I want you to seek passage across the seas. We now know that this Kashap is prone to mistakes when pressured. I shall follow the trail to whatever ends. I will make contact with you when the time comes.
You leveled up. Way
I
to
am
go,
grateful for
Cupcake.
your assistance here. I don't sound like a dwarf, unfortunately. I am grateful for your assistance. Hello, Slack Jeff. How are you? Hi there. I'd wave, but I have no arms. So what do we get? We got a bunch of stuff here. Cool. What is that? Humble essence boxes. So we got some essences. I still have some ancient script too. I still have not bought up these other. I have to work on those weapons to do the mischief weapon and tools. But well, I'll have to work on that at some point. Crate of crafting materials. What can we get out of that? Crate of. How about crate of hides? I know I need hides, so we'll just grab those. Crate of hides. Which hides do we want? Oh, Shigani hides, of course. There we go. Why would you even question that? So some humble essences. We have, yes, a shattered Umbari tracery, which is really nice. We'll be able to use that to buy a nice, I guess a nice teal? We should be able to get a teal from the... What is happening? Oh my god, we're being rated. So, like, yeah, my audio is weird today. I just barely caught that. Hello, everybody. We're being rated by Slack Jeff. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Hey again. I know, right? Dang. Go straight to the top of the charts, man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my little humble corner of the internet. I bring you greetings. Yes, Megovanen. That is some sort of Elvish, is it not? No, I welcome you all in. Thank you, everybody, for if you're going to hang around and stay. I'm just I am running my way through.
You leveled up. Way to go, Cupcake.
The Song of Waves and Wind content throughout the Corsairs expansion, because I'm way behind, and you know I'm trying to catch up anyway. So
you
couldn't properly chat. You were I know how that
Cupcake.
goes. I totally know how that goes. You know, because you're trying to get out of your own stream, you're trying to raid another stream, you're trying to say goodbye to people, you're trying to say hello to people. Yeah, it's just a big nightmare. I totally get it. How was your stream, by the way? What were you? I know you were doing Lotro, but what were you doing in Lotro today, if I might ask? And what is this bean team that you speak of? I'm not familiar with this. So anyway, for those of you who don't know me, I currently go by Shireflyer. I rebranded my channel about a year ago, I guess it was, or so. And then I stopped streaming for a while. Life gets in the way and all that kind of thing. And but if you knew me as Positively Evil or Evil Twin from way back in the day, I've been streaming Lotro for forever. No, since like 2016. I've been around this since like 2016, so it's been a long time. So if you've been hanging around in other Lotro stream channels, you've probably seen or heard my voice. Seen my channel, heard my voice. You know, you can't see my voice because that would be weird. You know, that's kind of like tasting pink or something. Isn't that how that goes? Slowly losing my voice and heading into Moria for the first... Oh, okay. So you are a Lotro newbie, it sounds like. Yes? Are you enjoying the game? I hope so. Excited to get into an expansion for the first time. The expansions are great. They are awesome. Moria is a wonderful place to go into. It really is. You've never heard me before? Oh, Ranger, go on. You've never heard the butter voice? Hi, Sneakies. How are you? So yeah, some faces that I recognize here. It's awesome. So it's good to see everybody. But yeah, the expansions are great. It's nice when you get to sort of leave the safety of the original content of the game and now move into Moria. Moria is a wonderful place to go through. I'll be honest, like I have not returned to Moria to do like the new Moria because Moria was very, very different back when it originally released, and the rest of the game was actually quite different too. So, but they did update and change a lot of things in Moria to sort of make it flow a good bit better. But I have not been back through Moria with a character since they did that. So you're revisiting 18 years later. There you go. Yeah, it is good though. It is great because yeah, that was it was quite some time ago when Moria was released. So you have so much more content ahead of you, much more. But thanks. I'm glad you're having a good time. It sounds like you had a really good stream today. Thank you for bringing everybody over. I will try to do my best to keep everybody entertained, but you know. There are some who just cannot be satisfied. So anyway, like I said, I am working my way through the Corsairs expansion content. So we are in Anfalas, and I'm just sort of working my way along from King's Gondor over into this area over here, and we're getting there. We're getting there slowly and surely. I do tend to ramble on a bit about a lot of different things. I've been around the game itself since the beginning, so if you have some questions about old-timey Lotro, I'll see if I can, pull some things out of my brain and tell you how it used to be. The game is a good bit different nowadays than it used to be. Like things like the whole trait system is very different. We never had skill trees back in the day, and those came along at some point, and all that kind of stuff. So lots of good stuff though. Moria is easy now. Back in the day when I went through, I got lost. I know. Yeah, you used to get lost in there. There's one thing, Sneakies, that I still need to do that I have yet to complete in Moria. Because one of the things I've been trying to do as I've been getting back into playing the game again is I've started using Deed Tracker and going through a lot of... Wait, what is this? Why is my Deed Tracker empty? Oh my gosh. Why? What happened? Oh no. Oh, it was great. Yo, yeah, just hang out and lurk. Oh no. Oh no. My Deed Tracker, the database for my Deed Tracker is broken. All that I have done is now gone. Because I was coming in here, I'm like, Moria. I'm gonna have to go. Oh my gosh, update it. Update the deed tracker? Is there an update to deed tracker? What happened? Is there a newer version? I mean, the problem is, like, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Use the... See, now, I've never done that. I'm now being yelled at by the significant other because I didn't use the compendium to do it the first time. Yes, I have been around the Lotro block. This is true. Wonder why they changed the deed log and it was not working right. They changed it back to the old deed log. What do you mean, Range? I mean, I know that there was something. Wasn't there like a UI update to the deed log or something, and then they just went back to the original one? Wasn't that something that happened, I guess, recently? But like this, and I'm talking about like no more than like a week ago. Maybe with the latest update, this totally borked it. I haven't looked in here lately, or at least super recently. But I had so much of this all filled out. Close and refresh. They updated, UI updated the deed log, and then they changed it back. Yes, I remember something about that. Because I think, hey, Zeus, wasn't it you? You were streaming one day, and I think you had, like, the newer deed log or something. All right, Shift L and Control L to see both. Control L. Oh, what is this? What is this? It's empty. Why is it empty? Why is the rum gone? What happened? It's so big. It's like taking up my entire screen. Okay, it's not ready yet? Okay. They almost did deed log UI rework. How long until all UI elements are made to support larger resolutions than 1080p? Ah. Okay, is that part of the problem? I don't know. I'm very upset though. My deed tracker database has been effed with. It's gone. All that work. I mean, I know I've completed the deeds, but apparently they care not for my troubles. Oh well. So there's a way to do it with the compendium. I do know that. I don't think I have the compendium loaded. Let me see what I have for plugins, right? Where is plugin manager? I do have compendium, and I have compendium reloader. Compendium is an in-game resource of questing, deeds, items. Okay, so I can load compendium. All right, so now the compendium is loaded. The problem was that the new log would make us crash on completion. They can't fix it, so they scrapped it. Okay. So I have compendium 2.3. Is this, I don't know. Let's see, settings. Does somebody know how we go about doing like feeding the compendium deed stuff, completions, into the deed tracker? There's a different compendium that is a Windows exe file. Oh, okay, so it's not the plugin compendium. I gotcha. Well, then what am I doing with this dumb one? I'll have to we'll have to look for that offline. Can I not unload it now? I probably have to unload deed tracker as well. That's okay. We can leave it up there. It's not going to bother anything for the time being. Yeah, go ahead. You can put a link in the chat. Should work okay. If it doesn't let me know, oh, there it is. Okay, Lotro interface downloads. Well, maybe we should take some time to actually do this today. That might be interesting. That's the one you need. Lotro plugin compendium is a utility application to assist in installing and updating Lotro LUA plugins. It attempts to take some of the legwork away from the user having to manually download, create folders, and unzip download. Okay. Yeah, she did. I'll admit it. She's told me in the past. I was like, no, I want to do it manually. Ugh. I want to know why it broke. I want to know why this is now empty. Because I thought that the deed tracker had a separate let me see here. So if I go to my documents folder and I look at my Lord of the Rings Online like data folder, right? So plugin, I see plugins and plugin data. Plugin data. Brandywine, Crick Hollow, Gladden. No, that's old. All right, plugins. I don't see deed tracker listed in there. So I don't know where it stores the deed tracker data. I guess that's the thing that I would probably need to. I don't understand why all of a sudden it just stopped working. Because plugin data. Yeah, it's like it just got wiped out or something. Plugins, UI. Trying to see if there's like a folder in here that has something. Yeah, I don't know where it stores the data, so I'll have to do some research on that to try to find it. I'm kind of bummed, but I'll do that download of that later, and hopefully that will that'll help us out. So all right. What do we got to do next? We're going to defeat a lynx in Loxhall. Is that our next thing? Oh, we got to go to that little blue spot over there. So that's our next place to go. I mean, what's nice at least is as I complete deeds, they will get completed, you know, in the deed tracker as I go. But yeah, there's like so many deeds. So many deeds. And yes, I have spent time manually going through them all way back when to get that all filled in for this character, because this is my main character and this is the one, you know, that I really like to keep up to date with all that stuff, and you know, I've been using the deed tracker quite extensively. To try to, you know, as I've been coming back to the game and going through some of the other areas and trying to get things caught up. Auto deed tracker had a notebook. Wait, what? You mean this? What do you mean, Sneakies? Is there some other like thing for the deed tracker or whatever? So defeat. That's right. This is the 6 links that we need to defeat for that other quest. here somewhere. Here we go. We have discovered Locks Hall. Now, a few things that, let's see, to Brewster and Jasrel, thank you for the follows, by the way. I appreciate that. Like I said, I know the sound alerts are working, so I'm hoping you all are hearing them and stuff like that, but for some reason they're just not coming through in my headphones today, so I just keep checking my list every once in a while to see if any of those things have come up, so thank you very much for the follows. I appreciate those. Thank you. Where to now? Oh, back over here. We're going to go back and talk to the elves. Oh, that's right, up in this this tree grove up here.
Beware the servants of the enemy.
Should suffice, we are not so defenseless ourselves, but with the numbers along the road sufficiently reduced, we should manage on our own. Thank you, traveler, for your much-needed assistance. Okay, so that's done. So now, travel to the entrance of Lond Kirion. So that is where we will head to. Now, if I wanted to be cheaty, I could just port there, because I actually have the port. But no, we shall take the road less traveled. Actually, I don't know. Is it the road less traveled, or would it be the road more frequently traveled? Because not everybody has the port. I don't know. It is a mystery to me. It's one of those things that makes you say, Oh, hey, there's that kid. Orgalos leaps around excitedly.
Here we are.
Here we are. Now, you've probably seen impressive places on your journey across Gondor. And Minas Tirith is, of course, very large, but my teachers say that Lond Kirion is older than all of them. Let me show you around, King Elisar. Oh, great, the kid's going to show the king around. Darum clears his throat and calls for your attention.
Master Orgalos is very excited,
but you and the king, should first present yourselves to Lady Mara. It would be proper. She will be inside the hall. Okay. Find the main hall of Lond Kirion. This does look to be a very large town. We'll find the main hall first, and then we'll deal with, I guess, coming around for other quests throughout the town. Not quite sure where things are here. Very pretty, very nice. Nope, this is not the way to go. Oh gosh, is this going to be one of those towns where it's like impossible to find your way? There we go. The library. Okay, so there's a library here. Very nice. That looks like a very important building over there. It has an elevator? Wait, what? What has an elevator? Gundabad has an elevator. The town? What is this? The training hall. Okay. Well, there's the tower. Go back to the entrance. You missed the hall. Oh, okay. Well, fine. Fine. Mistress of Apprentices. Okay, this is a crafting area. Forge Master. Can I get back over there from here? Probably not. Watch, I'm gonna be like, oh, damn. Oh, no, wait. Oh, nope, there's stairs. Yay. Ah! Stuck. The Brew and Bounty. Ah, yes, we found the local pub, everyone. This is quite the town, I gotta say. Watchmen. We're like totally in the wrong place now, aren't we? Oh, this is down. Okay, we're down by the water. Yep, I've totally screwed myself. It is fun exploring these towns, though. That's half the fun. When you don't know your way around, you're like, okay, where is everything? All right, since we're over here, let's check out the bar. You know, we got to check out the local pub. Oh, this is cute. Oh, there's actually a quest ring in here too. Oh, look, a burglar trainer. Why do they keep putting these guys in here, like, when they're useless? What's this all about? Lornian.
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace
and gather vegetables and spices near the docks. All right, we'll take that with us, so that we can go complete that along the way somewhere. Oh, look, a cozy fire. Brawler, hunter, trainers. Okay, so there's trainers here, but they're kind of useless. Hey! Tidy Whiteys. What's up, ma'am? Yes, I have returned. I have returned again. Help out. Yes, we're helping out the local pub. That's correct. The Windshear Styles. Oh, gosh. They gave the barbershop a name called Windshear Styles. I've seen it all now. All right, here's some more stairs. Let's go up. See where this takes us. Oh, takes us the wrong way. I don't know. We're going back the way that we came. There's so many cats around this town, too. Have you noticed? There's a lot of cats. Workbench in the study. Yes, it is I, The one and only. The butter voice has returned. Everybody's probably like, what the hell are you talking about? So what is that? Okay, that's the library. We passed that before. That's a dead door there. All right, we gotta go back to the beginning, right? Is it here? Ah, there it is. The Keep of Lond Kyrian. I'm assuming that this is the main hall. The one and only... Oh, you! The one and only you! Well, it is the one and only me also. So together we can be the one and onlys. Right? There is only one me. There's only one you. And you, and you, and you. And everybody. And you get a one and only, and you get a one and only. Everybody gets a one and only. The Lady Mara motions for you to come forward. Okay. Hi.
You and your traveling party are welcome to Lon Kyrian, King Elisar.
You and your traveling party are welcome to Lond Kyrian, King Elisar, and all of you will enjoy the hospitality of my house. Please feel free to explore the Anfalas as you wish, but know that the Corsairs of Umbar trouble the long shore, even despite the war's ending. My guards cannot ensure your safety if you stray near the coast. But I understand this man was present when my husband fell. Would you speak to me of what befell my dear Golasgil in the king's service? You speak of Golasgil's bravery before the Black Gate of Mordor, and that you repaid with death the great Olag that gave him his mortal wound, moments before the defeat of the Dark Lord Sauron. Mara's eyes brim with tears, but she wipes them away with her sleeve, and her expression hardens. So near to the end, then, I worried it might have been so. What need was there for my husband to die if the men of the West were so near to their victory? My Golasgil had not the attention of Sauron. He was but one man among hundreds, whose sword arm failed to slay the Olag that killed my husband before it could reach him. Was it yours? Was it the king's? You may leave me. I have words to speak to Elisar, but they are not for your hearing. See the comforts of Lond Kyrian and know that Golasgil will not enjoy them again. Wow, she's a little bitter, don't you think? Grief will do that to anyone. Where does that go? A door. The door. It's just a door. I adore that door. Oh, look, another door. And another. There are doors everywhere. Wow, this is actually a very cool looking room. Oh, hey, look at this. What is this all about? Oh, Coruscant. The library of Lond Kyrian smells of dust and candle wax.
Golasgil's heir is too young to rule.
The king has come here to resolve the line of succession, hasn't he? Golasgil's heir is too young to rule and has ceded some of his authority to his mother Mara, but there are some in Lond Kyrian and elsewhere who believe she is not fit to govern in these trying times, and she's still in mourning. There is another matter of some curiosity, stranger. It is known that before he departed for the war, Golasgil prepared a parchment containing his last wishes, but it cannot be found. I have spoken with Mara about this, and she brushes away my questioning. There is something untoward going on. You should tell the king, for the safety of Anfalas is affected, and that imperils the kingdom. Hey, Vet, how you doing, man? Good to see you. What's going on? What's behind door number 2? Oh, stairs. Come back here. We're back in the main hall. Okay, so let's go up the stairs. We'll see what's up here. Who be Dismon? I did that. Did I do that okay? How you doing, Beldernick? It's good to see you. What's going on? Let's see. Anything in this room? No. What is behind door number 3? Nothing. Tapestries? We have tapestries! Oh, this is cool. What is this? Very cool room. I do love all of these ambiances that they've sort of managed to add now, you know, using newer technology. Oh, I do not have permission to use that door. We can go here, though. That's cool. But yeah, the ambiance. It's a dead end. Oh, no. Another door. There we go. Oh, it's very confusing. Oh, somebody's bedroom. Oh, we can't go there either. Okay, well, there's a secret room over there that we can't get into. I guess we can leave. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Wow, they got all kinds of things locked off from us. We can't go these places. Now, what about this door over here? Where does this go? We have not been this way yet. Oh, that's locked too. Do you sense that they're hiding something? Nope, can't go there. Have we seen all the things in here that there is to see? I think we have. We kind of went around, kind of did the roundy round thing. That way, yeah. I think we've seen all the things that they're gonna let us see for now. Nope, can't go that way. Pissed off with No Man's Sky? Your 1,000-hour game has gone poof. Oh no! Oh no. Do you have a backup of the game files or anything? It's not locally saved though, right? That shit's saved up on their servers, not locally. 1,000-hour game, good lord. See, now there's something afoot this week then, because look, my deed tracker in Lotro has been completely reset. So like all my deeds in the deed tracker are back to 0. Except for anything that I've actually like worked my way through so far, and I was doing things here for like the festival, and it's funny, like the other day I was starting to see things where like it was like, oh, I got reputation completed, and it was showing me, hey, you completed all 3 tiers of this reputation. I'm like, why didn't I already have that completed? It was very strange. It's lost on the cloud. Oh no. Yes, well, you do realize that there is no cloud. It's just somebody else's computer. You know that, right? Have you tried to get a hold of their customer support or anything? Gosh, 1,000-hour game save. I could not imagine. I couldn't imagine losing that. That's horrible. All right. We have some people to go find and talk to around the town. Along with some other quests to pick up, it would seem, too. Another child.
You look like
Hello,
a strong
I'm Yella.
warrior.
You look like someone who's good at helping. I'm making a gift for my sister Amardis, but I could use some help gathering the last of what I need. There are the prettiest lavender flowers around the pond just behind me, but Mom's afraid I'll fall in if I get too near. Okay. Pond. Remember your failure at the pond. No. The cave. Lavender anemone. Anemone. Fall in. Restarting. Oh no. You're on cheat mode. Actually, yeah, isn't there a way that you could like go in and say, I've done this. Aren't there like some apps like that you can load up on the side that'll allow you to do that? There's an app I know that I had found that like lets you check off various achievements and things that you've completed. If you had to go, like, rebuild a save file or something. Collect white anemones near the keep. Okay. Don't know where those are. But let's work our way around over here. I have no idea where I'm going for stuff. Let's see. Okay, so there's... What is that? A sister's request. Okay, so we're in the air... Oh, there we go. Here's these white anemones. I know, you're all going to get tired of me saying anemones. But hey, that's a Finding Nemo thing. Bring the flowers to Gela by the pond in Lond, Kirion. I used to play this game a lot, but I haven't for quite a while. I remember liking it. It's a very likable game, if I do say so myself. I've played it so much that I've wasted... Oh, I don't know. Should we actually see? Let's try something. Let's do a /played on this character. See how many hours of my life have been wasted on this character. 4 months, 2 weeks, 3 days, 21 hours, and 25 minutes, and 15 seconds. 16 seconds. 17 seconds. See how that, it just happened. You just, more time. Yes. 4 months of my life. And that's just on this one character. It's pretty sad, isn't it?
You look like a strong
Kind of the reason why I
warrior.
decided to go fly real planes for a change. Figure if I'm going to invest some time in something, I might as well get something out of it, like a private pilot license. I love Lord of the Rings and all. Oh, no, that's cool. That's all good. I can't say that I've always loved it. I didn't read the books until after I started playing the game. And, of course, saw the movies, which, are nothing like the game or the books. Well, not nothing, but you know what I'm saying. It's not a waste if you love it. Well, that's true. It's not. Waste is probably not the best word for it. It's probably more along the lines of it wasn't the most productive use of my time. Let's just say that. It seems positively evil. It does. How are you, Grimdog? What's going on? Let's see. Okay, hooray! These flowers are so pretty. You hand her the lavender and white flowers, and her eyes light up with joy. Now I can finish my special crown, and I know Amardis will love it. Mum says she has been unwell and must rest. Mum fears that her health does not improve, but with this crown, I am certain she'll be on her feet in no time. Thank you. I saw the Hobbit cartoon on TV when I was a little kid. That started it for you? Yeah, I remember that quite well back in the... it was in the 70s, was it not? See, your age is showing. Right now, after 3 days have finished the Artemis quest, found his grave, but it's right on the opposite side of the galaxy from where I found his ship. What? 78? 70s? 70s? 70s, yes. That's okay. You're at a ripe old age, man. I'm not quite that far along. I got a ways to go yet. So, I can be like, you're old enough to be my father! Or something like that. I never knew my father! No, that's not true. Where are we going? All right, we need to do some things here. Meat from oxen and vegetables and spices near the docks. So that's a thing. What's this one that's outside? Well, the closest one, I guess it's outside. I guess they have us trying to go outside of the city to go do them. But maybe not. That's the stable. Okay, here's the exit to the city. What's here? Hold on. There is a quest. Oh, another quest ring. Lindil.
The evils of
Greetings,
Sauron
traveler.
have marked this land, though he
Do
be
you have a
gone.
moment? I'm in dire need of help. My dear husband, Turnaldir, set out to tend his traps along the shore, but he has not returned. I'm worried something has happened to him with all of these corsairs about, as he is never too careful when he should be. It may be all for nothing, and mayhap he stopped at the Brew and Bounty. Oh, we've been there. We know what that place is all about. And lost track of the day. But please go and check for me. You can find the tavern if you take the northern lift down and go up the stairs behind it. You did say that there was an elevator in here. Search for Lindil's spouse in the Brew and Bounty. Gotta decide whether Artemis lives or dies. I'll tell you what, how about if the chat helps you out? Chat, should Artemis live or die? Put it in the chat and help Beldernick out there to make his decision as to whether or not Artemis lives or dies in his new No Man's Sky playthrough. It's very important. Very important. Alright, we need cows. Sorry, babe, I gotta go kill some cows. I must kill the oxen. They're tough buggers, though. They're not going down without a fight. Who's Artemis? He's a character entity being in No Man's Sky. If you play that game, it's actually quite fun. Like spacey things. Oh god, there's cows everywhere. All right, we're thinning the herd. Ah, look, he knocked my ass out. Look at that. Tell me they're not terrorizing the people here of this city. So let's see. We have a dot. We have a thumbs up. We have a thumbs down. We have a thumbs up. We have another thumbs down. It's 2-2. Somebody needs to break the tie. Alright, where to next? Back over that way. We gotta go pick some spices or something. No one wants to be the final decision maker here? Live or die? What's it gonna be? Oh, there's the elevator. Cool. Oh, crate of ingredients. I guess that's what we're looking for. Uno. Dos. Tres. See, this is a multilingual stream, in case you didn't know. Cuatro. We talked about learning Spanish. We live in Florida now. It seems kind of like one of the things that we need to do. That way we know when people are talking about us. Have you ever wanted to learn a language because you wanted to know what other people were saying around you in case they were saying something about you around you? Search for Lindell's spouse in the brew and... Okay, we gotta go. Okay, so we can go down. Let's go down the elevator. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, the spare wheel. That's right. I forgot. We were supposed to find a spare wheel. I'm just going to steal this wheel over here for some weird guy on the road. So just let you know. Thanks. Okay, bye.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
That's a lot of things to read. Feed people. I gotta feed people. Hungry companions. Okay. Oh, look, there's that kid again. Orgolas watches the soldiers training with sword and with bow.
Ho there! I come here often
there.
to watch the soldiers training.
I come here often to watch the soldiers training. One day, I hope to have as much martial prowess. What kid this age that knows the words martial prowess? I mean, come on, seriously. I will be as good a fighter as my father was. Nay, I shall be even better. Mother says the war is over, but Erhant showed me a ship far off in the bay that must have been full of corsairs sailing from Umbar. I hope that they are not all dealt with before I have finished my sword training. Oh, we're feeding cats. Oh, we gotta go feed the kitty cats. That's cool. Ah, it's better than killing cows, apparently. That's funny. Think we'll be allowing him to die as I did in my original game. Even in Middle Earth, your rims aren't safe. That's right. That's right. What do we got here? Oh, there's Tathar. Who names these cats? Is there not a cat named Fluffy or something? Fury, maybe? Dagnir. We must feed all of the cats. Oh, wait. The Bruin bounty. We gotta go find that chick's husband. There he is. Look, he's sitting here getting sauced.
You are here to help?
No. What can I do for you, adventurer? And then you tell them you are looking for Ternaldir. Ternaldir, you say, afford me a moment to gather my thoughts.
There is always work to be done.
Thank ye kindly for allowing me a moment, friend. I had seen Ternaldir here, but he left a bit back to check on his fish traps, and I've not seen him since. You can find his traps along the shore outside of the city gate to the south, near a scorched building. Luck be with ye in finding him, and I hope no shadows darken their tale. Okay. Oh, what's this?
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace.
You've proven yourself a most solid individual, you have. But lo and behold, we're still in a bit of trouble. We're lacking bowls. Can you believe it? Bowls. We need bowls to serve the meal, no less. If you could do me one more favor and run off to the training grounds outside near the water, and the cook there, Hithadur, if they have any laying about that they can spare, I'd be in your debt, friend. Okay, now we need some bowls. But we need to finish feeding the cats. Our work is never done. Oh, wait, there's a cat over this way. There's a cat. Where's the cat? Where's the cat? The cat is down there. Is it the cat? No. Oh, it's the dude with the bowls.
We must not let our vigilance
You tell the cook of the
lapse.
situation at the Brew and Bounty. Bowls? Not a worry. We've got more bowls than we know what to do with. Wow, he's got some bowls on him, don't he? I crack myself up. picked up the crate of bowls. Okay. Now we gotta go back up. See, Beldernick thought that that was humorous. Nobody else seemed to. Where is that cat? There's a cat up there. I can see the ring on the overhead. No, that's not the one. Now we're back here. Deliver the bowls. Captain, there be bulls here!
Days of peace have come at last.
Well, you're a
to
sight for
Gondor.
sore eyes, back with a whole crate of bowls. Yes, I've got some bowls for you. Alright. I guess we're done with the bowls. It's bullshit! That's right. I accidentally took my cat's medicine last night. Don't ask meow. Oh, God. Alright, the puns are flowing now. Where was Gondor? The crate of bowls needed delivery. Yeah, when the crate of bowls needed delivery. Yes, I know, right? Gondor, when the bowls fell. Sorry, a little nerdy humor there. Could it be? Have we found another feline? Yes. Yes, we have. We have found Merrill. One does not simply stampede into Mordor. This is true. Nor do they bowl into Mordor either. Oh. There's a dockmaster here. We have not tagged this dockmaster before.
We must not take
That's
these days
good.
for granted.
The far-ranging harbor. Oh, there's. It looks like there's probably a cat on that other boat. Let's go check it out. Oh, here's... Wait. There's one. Heroin! I found some heroin, everybody. Ignores the last comment from the streamer with intent. Wonder if they bowl in Mordor. I don't know. Curon. We found Curon. And we have Gwath near the southern dock. That would be the last cat. That's probably over there. So we'll go over there. We fed Gwath. We have fed all of the kitty cats. What else we got going on? Let's go. We'll go turn in the kitty cat quest and fasten a wagon. Let the old fisherman know his friends have been fed. All right, let's head back to that guy.
We must not let our vigilance
kind
lapse.
friend. My dearest companions shall sing their silent praises to you, and my heart is warm with my thanks for tending to the ones I hold fondest. Declare the keys. See, and there we go. There's a deed up. Quests of Anphalas. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go through. Oh, deed bestowed. Okay, quests of Outer Gondor. Okay, and then there's the quests of Pinneth Gelin. Galeen, I guess. So there we go. Outer Gondor quests. There we go. All right. So I'm looking at the time, and I'm feeling it in my belly. I need to get some food. So I think I'm going to call it a day for this stream. But before we go running off somewhere, how about we just go? Let's go raid someone. I see this Sin That Cat. I guess, I don't know. Y'all, if y'all have been hanging around the other streams, y'all know who these folks are. So we'll just go raid and give them all the peeps and all that stuff. So hopefully this has been fun and entertaining and informative and all those crazy things that streams are supposed to be. She's a good streamer. Okay, that's cool. I have not been in her streams before, so maybe we'll just go raid there and do that. So, thank you, everybody. For those of you that came over from from Slack Jeffs, thank you for if you're still here hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I don't know how much more streaming I'll get back to, but at least right now, Sunday mornings seem to be a good thing. So I'd say come back next Sunday morning, and you'll find me here, and we'll continue with our Lotro stuff. And maybe occasionally you might find me flying an airplane in Flight Sim or something like that, if that's your kind of thing. Usually Lotro and Flight Sim don't go well together, but hey, we make it work around here anyway, so that's how it goes. But so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the raid up. We'll go over and raid. Is it Sin the Cat? I hope I'm saying that. Sin That Cat. I hope I'm saying that right. But let's see if I can make this work. Let's see, raid channel. Let's try that, and Sin That Cat. There we go. So join me for the raid, and I will hopefully maybe see you all here next week. So thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Enjoy Lotro, and we'll see you all real soon. And we're gonna raid in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Have a great day, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.
Shire, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in to our Sunday coziness. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you bringing your community here so much, and I do hope you had a wonderful stream. How goes your Lord of the Rings adventure? Welcome into all of you lovely people. I am Sin. I am a variety streamer from Austria doing a lot of RPGs and big story games. During the week we are playing Cyberpunk for the first time at the moment, and on the weekends me and my little community of murder hobbits is wrecking mayhem in Middle-earth together. I would appreciate it if you stuck around for a little bit, and thank you so much for being here. That was quick. I love that we don't really have to do anything in here anymore, but everybody just went in and was like, yep, this camp has gotta go. Again. This camp needs to go again.
Is she on a treadmill or something that she is walking around?
We are very far down already.
That's
awesome.
Very interesting.
Very, very awesome. How are you enjoying it?